Peace and blessings. This is Kalaim Aknaton. Everybody today is seeking to be rich, seeking to be powerful, seeking to be more than what they believe they are. And there's a formula a lot of people follow. What we say is the correct formula that has to be measured according to social politics, that has to be measured according to the theology of time, that has to be measured according to divine ethics and what is truly the proper perspective to put things in. It's like standing up for what's right. Is that something which empowers us and can help us become rich? You know, revealing those things that are concealed from the public view, that are concealed from the common man and woman in today's society, are those ways which empower us and can help us be rich. What are the consequences of standing up for what is right and revealing that which is being hidden from the public view? There are several consequences which follow those who stand up for what is right and those who reveal what is concealed from public view, which may be the reason why those who follow that path have a hard time becoming rich, becoming wealthy, becoming popular. The business of truth is a tough business because it can mean that you will lose all of your friends, you'll lose all of your family, you'll lose all of your wealth, you'll lose everything that you are pursuing to make your life comfortable and to make you happy. It takes a person beyond the average. It takes someone who isn't normal or like the rest to pursue riches in the true sense of what is wealth, what is being rich. There are many brothers and sisters who found out by trial and error, seeking a path of becoming rich and utilizing different ways of becoming rich. Some ways were unpopular to the social rules or the social construct that encompasses us. Are we to follow the way of everyone else to become rich, or are we to find our own way and means and our own path to find out how to become rich? I myself believe that you have to stand behind truth. You have to stand behind divine principles, divine will. You have to stand behind the light of God. You have to surround yourself with divinity and the truth of divinity. And this is how you empower yourself. This is how you enrich yourself. This is what I see. This is what I understand. However, does it align properly with how to become wealthy or rich in this day and time? Has it ever been popular to be one who stands up for what is right? Has it ever really been popular to stand up and reveal what is being concealed from the public eye? We have to ask ourselves these questions, or we don't have to ask ourselves these questions. You know, it's simple. If you follow the ways of a sellout, or what is considered to be one who tosses aside all moral principles, all traditional means of one's culture to pursue riches in the perspective of a foreign culture or a culture that's different, what would that make you? Would you be also considered a sellout for following that same path? And what is the end result? Is it simply individual empowerment, or is it the empowerment of your community, of your society, of your nation, of your people? What is it? When I stood up for the truth, I was persecuted, still being persecuted, financially boxed out. I lost friends, I lost family. But will that stop me from pursuing the path that I believe which will allow me to become rich or wealthy? Only time will tell. I could say no. But the circumstances and the pressure of standing up for what is true, what is right, could become so intense that it could break my willpower. It could break my vision. It could cause me to get discouraged. It could cause me to give up. Will that be the case? Each of us can only answer that question by the testament of time. There are many brothers and sisters who many of us believe would be stand-up individuals, and the pressure of circumstances and consequences caused them to deviate and take on a different path. It chose individuality over community. That I cannot condone, because if you start out with the vision of community, your results should be for the community. If you start out with the vision of community and end up individually, it is honest to say that you have sold out. You have sold your soul. Many people won't even care, long as their butter is biscuit and they have their chicken on the table, which is crispy and fried. Whether my biscuit is buttered, or my chicken is on the table crispy and fried, or your biscuit is buttered, or your chicken is on the table crispy and fried, or your fish, or your vegetarian meal, or whatever you may wish to dine on, that is no concern of those who don't see things in the perspective that you see. I'ma forever be persecuted for standing up. That's just the way it is. They don't want my influence to spread. They don't want anyone who is not in accord with the establishment and the norm of the establishment. They do not want their influence to spread like wildfire. So, where do we stand in these days and times where it's crucial, where it's hectic, where the fire is turned all the way up and it's cooking? Will we be able to stand the pressure and stand up for what is right? Will we have the willpower to reveal that which is being concealed from the eye of the public? Who knows? Only that testament of time will tell. Somebody could say, yeah, I know that brother for sure, or that sister for sure is going to stand up and not fool or not succumb to the pressures. That remains to be seen. Many people fell behind the prison walls, the prison gates, and we just knew that they wouldn't assist the government in seeking to convict others who have fallen to indictment in criminal acts or so-called criminal acts. Yet those same brothers and sisters did a complete about-face. I can't even say about-face because that entails some kind of honor. They did a complete turnaround. And instead of standing up and keeping those principles solid and keeping those principles traditional so that they could be passed on from one generation to the next, they did the complete opposite and wound up assisting the government. The government has vast resources. They don't need you or I to assist them. The government has think tanks. You and I are individuals. If we fight our case, it is usually just us and our lawyer. With the government, it's a big conglomerate of resources. So you have to ask yourself, what am I honestly doing? And if it's not sitting right within your soul, you should abandon it. But make sure when you abandon it, it's not out of fear. It's out of guilt that you're not doing the right thing, that you're not standing up for what is right and revealing that which is concealed from the public eye. We want to be rich indeed, yes we do. But will we sell our soul to be rich? Will we give up that rightfulness or that righteousness that is our nature and take on a whole different nature and a whole different way of thinking, seeing, and doing to be rich and wealthy? Many of us have, it's sad to say, and unfortunate. And many of us will continue to, sad to say, and unfortunate. In this age of mess, or this mess age, there's a divine message being delivered by selective groups of few. They are called the 5%. They are 5% of the population who is not scared to stand up for what is right, who is not scared to reveal what is being concealed from the public eye, who understand that it is those things that make one rich. I'm not telling you not to get money. That's not what I'm telling you. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying, because that's not the message. The message is it wrong to stand up for what is right? Should we be allowed to profit off of our standing up for what is right and revealing that which is concealed by those who wish to use society as a tool and a slave? We have to be honest with ourselves. If we cannot be honest with ourselves, then we are not ourselves. Some of us have manipulated our thought process so viciously that it's hard to tell the difference between what's right and what's wrong. This is the way of the world we live in today. This is the way of society. So, I don't want to beat your head up with this information. What I want to do is just continue to play my part, to do my part, regardless of the circumstances. And believe me, there are circumstances. There are things that I see going on right now that I know is because I'm standing up for what's right, because I'm revealing that which is concealed from the public. So I have to accept the consequences of those things and continue to move forward. And that's what I will do. I will continue to move forward. So with that being said, I will say peace and blessings to all. Love y'all. Salute. Kalaim Makneet. Yes, sir.